銀河連邦軍所属。遊撃戦闘型宇宙戦艦、ゼーレルムだ。
Hello, anybody obviously watching, and welcome back to AG Plays Yumina the Ethereal. And for some reason I was thinking, oh, if I just start the video at like that specific part, and then have the first like couple minutes be this thing. Wait, this is the credits. I'm an idiot.
さて皆さん、
We've probably already
改
seen
めて
that.
説明をしたいのですが、
Anyways, here's Foul. I verified by skipping ahead a little bit to see if this was Yumina's route, and it is, which is good. If it wasn't, then you were gonna, at the end of the last video, there would be like a short clip from whatever route I was on, and it was me screaming "God damn it!" But luckily, I did not have to use my contingency plan of going back through that route. After a short break to let the situation sink in, we are approached by a woman. I'm mainly talking about Yumina and myself, really. Kurara and I seem unperturbed by all this. They're acting normal. Sure, at the very least I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not dreaming.
そうね。考え込むより説明が先だわ。
After we answer, the same people from before gather around our table. First there's that guy, Easel, who's apparently the captain here. Then Zeta, who seems to be subordinate. And then there's that woman.
申し遅れました。私はファルアーゼーレルム。この船の統括オペレーターです。よろしくお願いしますね。緑下さん、赤島さん。
Would the ship get... I probably already wondered about this, but would the ship get renamed if both Easel and Foul died? And then somebody else had to take over, like, you know... Zeta. What if he was captain? What if Kurara was captain? Would it be the Kurakawa? That sounds better. Oop, nope. No.
そっか。こっちの名前も分かってるのね。こちらこそよろしく。
Hi. Anyway, what I want to know is...
銀河連邦についてだな。
I feel like I should just skip all of this since we've seen it, but... Or essentially seen it, I'm sure. Captain knows what I want before even... No, I want before I even say it. I nod and focus my attention on him. Fellow operates some kind of device, and a big image comes up. The image is like a map of simplified geography. But it doesn't display landmasses or oceans. Instead, it contains a myriad of bright dots. If it's a galactic federation, that must mean... Is this a map of the Milky Way?
はい、そうです。チューズですね。この宇宙には皆さんと同じような生命が無数の星にわたって生息しています。その中でも宇宙を超えて他の星と接触できるほどの技術力を持つ者たちが宇宙全体の平和を保つために作った組織。
Then it all went downhill when the Reapers attacked.
それが私たちの組織、銀河連邦です。スケールがすごくなってきたわね。
What Foul just told us sounds like something from a science fiction movie. But the fact is that we're on a spaceship right now, so I have no choice but to accept it as truth. Well, let's just say that I get that bit. It's not like I totally can't understand. So next, why did you bring us here? They mentioned that it was a warship, and they said they were in the Galactic Federation Armed Forces. Which means that the people here are soldiers just like Kurakawa, and their job is to fight. What could they possibly want from us?
それはお前たちがイシリアルだからだ。
He should look straight at me when he says that. Ethereals. A word I've only recently learned. Ethereal is someone who can make his imagination become reality.
我々銀河連邦軍は現在敵と戦争状態にある。この戦いにおいてイシリアル能力が非常に重要となるのだ。
つまり私たちが重要ってこと？
うん。敵に対抗するためには このイシリアル能力が不可欠となる。つまりお前たちがここに連れてこられたのも、そもそも神武学園で生徒会大戦が行われていたのも、すべては戦力となりうるイシリアルを集めるための銀河連邦の作戦なのだ。
Wow, I can hardly believe it. I can, though.
悪く言えば駒集めだな。
G が、そんな言い方は。
I forgot to remove the thing. Great. Well, now this part is going to end up being shorter than I was planning because of that. Because I don't want to wait too long for it to be made.
仕方ないだろ。現に赤島歩む。お前だってそう思ってるんじゃないか？
True, I think that once I'm over my initial shock, I'm going to get angry. They just assigned me a role without asking, brought me here without so much as an explanation, and now they're going to give me orders. They want me to fight as a soldier.
Ayumu.
I'm sorry, my head is still a mess. I have a lot of misgivings, though.
別に理解を急ぐ必要はない。完全に無期限というわけでもないがな。とにかく今はまず自分たちが戦いに参加するのだということだけを理解してほしい。訓練や試合などではない。紛れもない実戦だ。生きるか死ぬかを決する戦いになる。
Yumina jerks when she hears that. That's only natural, of course. It would be creepy if she were indifferent about it. But me, on the other hand, have enough composure to think about it so I can understand. Because of the harsh training my old man used to put me through, my body's learned about fighting.
詳しい説明はまた後にしよう。今は休み、もう少し心を落ち着けるといい。
Where are we going to rest?
居住区の部屋がある。船員はみんなそこで生活するから、多分、歩むたちも同じ。
I speaks for the first time since coming here. Her words are meant to guide us, just like those from the ship's crew. I already knew to some extent, but I still find it a bit shocking.
うん、そうだな。ファルアー、部屋の手配は？
はい、済ませてあります。案内図のデータベースに入れておきますね。了解。それじゃあ、歩むもユミナも行こう。
What about Kurara?
わかったわ。
Yumina and I can't hide our bewilderment at how calm Ai is acting. We follow her, as does Kurara, who's keeping her sounds. My heart is lost in a swirl of emotions I can't make heads or tails of. After riding an elevator of some kind, we walk down a corridor. Although this is a ship flying through space, it's so big that there's even vegetation here and there. It doesn't feel confined at all. But that doesn't mean we're very far from home. Hey Chief, when he said we'd be soldiers, did he mean it in a literal sense?
そうだな。敵と戦うことになる。
So we're going to war. It's all so sudden I can't understand it too well.
仕方あるまい。納得してもらうしかないな。
キララもアイも、初めから知ってたの？
ああ、そうだ。こいつは銀河連邦の兵士。そして私は、少々複雑な事情により、余計な真実を知っている地球人だ。
That's one way to put it, Kurara.
銀河連邦の敏腕エージェント、オキツアイ。本名はアリュート・グムラリンス。歩むたちにとっては異星人ということ。改めてよろしく。
Sure. A pleasure. I have trouble sorting out all the information, so many revelations in such a short time. I'm not Yumina, but even so, my head feels like it's about to break. Wow. Suddenly there's a tremor not unlike an earthquake. We lose our balance and almost fall down.
これは、異常事態。
攻撃を受けた。 まさか、敵襲か
By enemy, you mean... Wah! Ground shakes again. It's worse than last time. Because I was still getting up, my body is thrown off balance. And then you just crash into Yumina, probably? No. No, he just... he just gets knocked out. That was not what I was expecting. My field of vision is wavering. A little belatedly, I become aware of a pain in my head. My body loses its strength and my consciousness slips away. And then he has the prophetic dream where... My feet tread on the ground, small rocks break under my weight, making a cracking sound. The wind blows in sand and dust against me, mercilessly sapping my strength. He's back on the planet that I actually don't remember the name of, because it's been so long. My breath is ragged, my body is stiff, but I keep walking nonetheless. My body and my mind are disconnected. My arm is moving by my own will. It must be instinct. An old instinct that resides in every fragment of my body, every drop of my blood. My body commands itself. My mind has come into it. So I can fight. I can fight the enemy in front of me. There's someone standing there. I don't know him. No, I actually know him very well. It doesn't matter. I charge at my enemy without a fragment of hesitation. My instinct commands me to. I know who is standing in front of him, and now that I'm actually reading the text. Hi. Well, and I can beat him. I can rend him limb from limb. Oh, geez, did he? What? Okay. I severed his life with my own hands. I felt the distinct sensation through my arms just now. The figure that stood against me before has stopped moving. It no longer has the will to fight. It sinks to one knee and collapses on the rock, spitting blood. There's nobody left here that can move. I'm the only life remaining. I don't feel a sense of victory or elation. In fact, I actually feel empty. My conduct here has been quite simple. My mind is shrouded in doubt. Am I imagining it? It seemed that my opponent smiled at me just before he fell. Okay, and I'm wondering who that was.
まさか君が生き残るとはね。
Because I knew that this guy would be standing in front of him, but I thought that was who he was talking about. Suddenly there's a voice from what should be a dead wasteland. Hey, Rashane, how you doing? Still thinking about becoming Lord of the Universe or whatever? There's a young child standing there. He's not anyone I know, at least. I hesitate at this unexpected encounter. I try to work out who he is with reason. The child is smiling at me. I don't feel any hostility from him. If he didn't look so out of place here, I wouldn't consider him a threat. His voice is cheerful and kind. He's giving me a warm smile. Wait a second, if these are memories... Like, I figured that he was already... It's been so long I can't remember what race I is anymore. Or this planet's name, but if he's from here, and unless his mind was wiped, or something, then he should be very young right now. If these are... So he killed people as, like, 5 years old?
少しずつ歪み始めていたのかもしれない。褒めてあげたいところだけど、無駄かな。
No, praise him more. But I've already made my decision, not by reason, but my warrior's instinct. This guy's no friend of mine. He's an enemy. Good job, you know right off. Though he appears peaceful, I can sense a demon within him that would cheerfully eat others.
まあいい。君にその気があれば、僕は喜んで受け入れるよ。
I don't want to be accepted by you or Shane. We all know what happens when you get accepted. You turn into a giant robot storm thing.
君はこの場所に残った最後の希望だ。そして、すべてを支配する力が。
I make up my mind instantly. What? You're just gonna go? Brace my legs and launch myself, swinging my arms as hard as I can. I'm unarmed at first glance, but I have the claws necessary to destroy my enemy. I'm glad that this scene is on Yumina's route because we know that it doesn't get explained on all the other routes, so it must get explained here. I want to know if he means claws literally. I will rip him apart.
そんな答えは聞いていないな。
Sorry to disappoint you. My body goes rigid. The moment I come upon him, I feel a powerful resistance with my whole body. Is this his power? I stop moving right in front of my enemy as if I've been cast in stone.
その力は、ここで無意に振るうものじゃない。この星、いや、正解の全てをつかむためのものなんだよ。
Oh, maybe by claws he meant like ethereal power stuff? But I'm not finished yet. It's not enough to contain my body, which is fueled by instinct. I exceed my limit break, and break free with a little more strength than I possess. Just wanna... Okay, just seeing if anything changed on the, status menu, party members. My skin cracks, my tendons rupture, but I don't care. There's a shattering sound and my vision tilts over. Unable to control my slashing motion, I hit the ground. But I fail to connect. I quickly lever myself and look ahead.
最悪だよ、君。
That face did not match the laughing, but near the end the tone fit it. Before I find my opponent, I hear a harsh voice from overhead.
君もあの裏切り者と同じか。それとも、心が壊れちゃっただけかな。
Though I'm sure my attack hit the child, he's standing in front of me without a scratch, though his face is contorted in a scowl.
従順な飼い犬も、牙を与えればたちまち支配を失う。生まれるのは狂犬ばかりだ。
He's not talking to me, really. He's just muttering to himself. But I sense a will behind that. I rush at him again, stronger than last time.
心苦しいけど、処分しないとね。
I'd prefer if he didn't. Oh. With that voice, my vision begins to flicker. I feel a powerful impact and my body goes limp.
一族丸ごと無駄死にになっちゃったか。なかなかうまくいかないな。
Did I lose the energy I need to live? Like the enemies I tore apart myself, I collapse powerlessly to the ground.
まあいいか。時間はまだある。次は
No!
グムラの一族でも試してみよっと。
Oh, geez, actually, this is making sense. Kind of, in my mind. He couldn't get whatever clan Ayumu's from, so he's going for eyes. The voice sounds farther and farther away. Maybe the child is leaving, or maybe it's my consciousness that's fading away. I don't know. I don't care. I don't feel a sense of defeat or sorrow. I'm simply dying here. Slowly, I slip into death. I kind of wonder, is Rashane gonna, like, other than that scene, is it gonna be like a big thing? Like, is he gonna come onto the ship, and Ayumu's gonna be like, faint memory of this dream he had after he got knocked out? I hope so, kind of. So many dots. My consciousness is all jumbled up. I can't think straight, as if there's a cloud hanging in my head. Where am I? What was I doing? I was fighting. No, that's not right. I think there was a sudden change, though. My vision is getting clearer. The first thing I see is a light-colored ceiling. What, they didn't move into a bed or anything? I have no idea where I am. After a few moments, Ai's face appears.
起きた。
Yep. I think so. It's as if we're exchanging casual morning greetings, but I don't recognize the room I'm in. I feel a hard sensation on my back. I think I'm lying on the floor of a building. But my body doesn't hurt, so I can't have been lying there for too long. Did something happen?
しっかりしろ。寝ぼけている場合か。
I don't think I've seen oh wait, no. I remember what happens up here. No need for concern. If we explain the situation, it should work out. I get up, rubbing my head. I can see more of my surroundings now. Next to me, Yumina gets up as well, looking around her.
今度こそ起きた。
Yeah, somehow. Did I lose consciousness?
そうだ。この船が攻撃を受け、その揺れで壁に頭を打ったんだ。ユミナも一緒にな。
I wonder what Yumina... I wonder what happened to Yumina. Like, did she have a dream too?
宇宙船。
Yumina sounds uncertain. She must still be groggy. This is real, believe it or not. The Terran government, Ethereal is a space warship. It's all real, not a dream. So, an attack? You mean we're in a battle right now?
そう。歩夢たちが倒れている間に、迎撃部隊がこの船から出撃したらしい。
Interceptors make it sound like ships, but they're giant robots. What do you mean launched? They're fighting. Against whom? The first name that comes to mind is a science fiction scene about fighting aliens from another planet. It's hard to believe things like that really happen in the sky we look up at every day. Get it together, Yumina. Got stuff to do. Yumina shakes her head to drive away her headache. She looks around, then focuses on Karara.
何があったの？
敵襲だ。この船も非常態勢に入っている。外で戦闘が行われているらしい。
早く避難しなきゃ。どこ？非常口はどこ？
Yumina? Exits? You're in space.
落ち着け、騒ぐな、鬱陶しい。
Who's the enemy? I can't believe they're fighting in space.
おそらくというより確実に襲ってきた敵は異空体だと思われる。
We don't know who those are yet. Extra-dimensionals. The term is unfamiliar to me, but from Mai's expression, I get that they're not easily dispatched. We get up, steadying ourselves, and survey our surroundings. There's nobody else here as expected. We must have been left behind in the confusion of the emergency.
とりあえず大変なことになってるのは分かったけど、私たちはどうするの？
とにかくこのまま孤立しているのはまずい。ファルアたちと連絡を取るぞ。
What's like, this is another point of the game where I would have enjoyed it if it had switched into a like dungeon exploring thing, like in the article. Like you have to try to find your way through the ship, kind of thing. I would have enjoyed that. Do you know the way?
大丈夫。それは把握している。とりあえず近場の端末に行けばいい。
We start running through the long corridor with I and Krara in the lead. Seems we need to think of our own welfare in this emergency situation. Even so, it's difficult not to wonder, how is it that those two know so much about this situation, about this place, to the point that they can guide us? That weighs more heavily on my mind right now than the enemy. It's not an anxiety I'm feeling, just a strange premonition. Wonder what the premonition exactly is. Here we are. Where are we?
確か館内の訓練施設。とりあえず端末は揃っている。
The corridor opens up into a big room. Krara runs up to a device set into the wall and starts manipulating it with practiced skill. After a while, Fal's face appears on the screen. There's sweat on her face. The situation must be bad.
イシリアル代表の黒川キララだ。ファルア、現況はどうなっている？
すみません、緊急事態です。近辺に突如異空体が出現し、ゼールルムは対応に当たっています。出現の兆候ではなく、いきなり向こうから攻撃を？はい、レーダーに異常はなかったはずですが、今回は敵の進行速度が異常です。
まさか、この船が陥落しかけてるのではないだろうな。
現在、レイディアントフレーム部隊が全力で殲滅に当たっています。出現時に先手こそ取られましたが、すでに敵のうち5体を撃破しました。このまま撃破するにも十分な戦力です。
そうか。なら構わないが。
しかし、地球から大して離れていない中域、異空体の出現は初めてだと思う。はい、意表をつかれたのは事実です。レーダー警戒に穴があったのかもしれません。新種の可能性は？可能性としてはありますが、光線中の個体は全て観測済みですね。
心配してどうにかなるものでもない。我々の出る幕もないだろうしな。
I'm gonna have to stop the recording again. Be right back. Krara heaves a sigh and steps away from the console. However, to Yumina and me, what they just talked about is gibberish. He used a lot of words I'm not familiar with. Hey, please explain. You've been saying a lot of things Yumina and I can't follow, right?
そうよ。異空体とかなんとかいきなり出てきても意味不明じゃない。
Like how instead of ED, it's just EDs. Wow. I understand the part about there being a battle going on, though it's still a little unreal to me. I've seen the soldiers of the Galactic Federation Armed Forces, and they told us we were on a space warship. That's about the closest thing we've come across that relates to this situation. But it's still difficult to accept that all of this is going on around us.
ここは戦艦ゼーレルム。つまり、こうして戦うのが任務。敵は異空体。この宇宙を侵略する未知の敵。
Threat in our future. You mean they're not people from an enemy nation or something?
そうだ。地球上の戦争とは違う。フィクションで描かれるような侵略者との戦争の方が近いだろうな。もちろん、これはフィクションではなく。
And then a sudden ED attacks. Before Kara finishes her sentence, we all suddenly lose our balance. You can clearly tell the ship just shuddered again. It's not as bad as when I lost consciousness, but something just crashed into the ship. From what I heard, the situation shouldn't be that bad. There should be units out there fighting. But the ship is still being shot at?
ちょっと、地震みたいなの来たわよね。
Yumina. We're not on Earth. There are no such things as earthquakes on a spaceship.
おいファルア、今の振動は何だ？何が起こった？
No, it was different. It didn't feel as if we just took a hit. The origin of that tremor is close. I don't know how big the ship actually is, but that shock couldn't have come from the outer hull. And it was not just once. It was a series of intermittent shocks. I'm assuming it is walking. Don't tell me they're inside. What did he just say? Don't tell him that. Even if it's true. The enemy's inside? The enemy has infiltrated the ship. Common sense is enough to make me realize just how bad that is. Val can't hide her distress at that either. That speaks volumes about the situation. I thought frames couldn't fight well inside or under gravity.
場所は？移動中ですが、訓練場に近づいています。どこよ？名前で言われてもわかんないってば。あなたたちがいるその場所です。
Darn, I was hoping for like a scream. Yumina opens her mouth, but then it happens. There's massive sound from behind us. What the hell are those things? I reflexively turn around. The sight makes me forget the situation for a moment. It's the crabs! There are monsters there, each as big as several humans. These things really do seem as if they came from a work of fiction. They look unreal, and at the same time, it's clear at a glance that they're aggressors. That's not all that's bizarre about them. It's hard to describe. Maybe I should call it an aura. What I feel from these things is far removed from what I feel from normal humans. Well, of course you would. You should have just said normal animals. They're not beasts. They're not even alive. I can't even tell if they're organic or not. But the feeling that there are enemies assaults my senses over and over.
外から突っ込んできたの？外にいる味方の人たちは？
They've all been destroyed.
多分直接艦内まで転移してきた。こちらの部隊の隙をついて。逃げなきゃダメなんじゃないの？
I doubt it, Yumina.
いや、その必要はない。
Kara takes a step forward. She's acting just like she did in the academy. She's confronting the creatures. Her weapon is already in her hand.
まさか皆さん。
我々はイシリアルだ。フレームなしで戦える戦力は、ここには他にいまい。ならば、当然の行動であるはずだが。
私もいける。それとも、勝手な戦闘行動を認めない？いえ、問題はありません。可能であれば撃破を。
何か問題があるのか？
その個体はスカウトです。空間転移もその特性と思われます。
Right?
なるほどな。
Are you saying they're gonna teleport behind us? Cora nods as if she took meaning from that. I, too, takes a firmer grip on her weapon. Then the two of them look at us. We're still quite bewildered.
これが我々のイシリアルの役目。人類すべての敵である異空体。こいつらに対抗できる力持つものだ。
You have the power.
ダメなら下がっていて。無理を押して戦う必要はない。
Bye, Yumina.
やるわよ。
Okay, never mind.
やってやる。
Yumina? Yumina raises her head and answers firmly. Like she did during the battles at the academy, she summons her weapon and steps forward to confront the extra-dimensionals.
こいつをどうにかしないとみんなが危ないってなら。私の戦う。ビクビクしてられないわ。
Speak about weapons, they did that, like, evolve thing when I was training last time. Just throwing that out there. Don't think it really matters. Yeah, true. I'm caught up in Yumina's determination. I also make my sword appear. We keep a prudent distance from the creatures. The air is tense.
ここで奴を倒す。だが無力化するまででいい。とどめは刺すな。
Why?
なんで？
Exactly.
説明は後だ。来るぞ。
Creatures have noticed our actions. They start moving in a mechanical fact. Wow. Looks a lot more intimidating from this angle. They charge as if a great force has just been unleashed. We meet them head on. If you're my enemy, then I'll fight you! Woo. Okay, I don't know what I would do.
全力で。
Oh, I probably would have saved. What's that thing? Level 71? Oh, this is gonna be easy! But I'm wondering why we don't want to kill them, though. Because everyone's just doing things. Oh. Yeah, they changed the person. No fair. Well then. The normal, fumble things may not work here. Go with this elementaler. Go with medical alone. Actually, wait, can she use... Nope, going with Rebellion Soul. That's more important than healing, which we don't even need. See, look at that. But did not need that. Did not need to use that move. Send up Yumina. Might as well try to fumble if we can. Well, she can't use Yumina Dynamite. You know, I'll just, no, I'll keep with Yumina. Just use Yumina Charge. And Hydro Blaster.
私が行く。
Well then. Sure. If she somehow gets stopped, then that'll work out. Yes, you keep using Chain Stasis. I was hoping somebody would have taken his place. The Nakashima Gehenna would have still worked, but now could just use this Elementaler again. Alone, nobody else. We are too powerful for you guys. Yeah, sure. Let me break. Unnecessary. Unnecessary power. Karara. Actually, no, Yumina, you... Actually, no. We'll go with Karara, because she attacked with logic. This person can't defend with logic. Go with... let's go with that. Wait, why is Yumina behind on...
よし、これでいい。
If anyone should be behind, it's I, but she's keeping up with Ayumu and Karara. It's weird. The extra dimensionals have stopped moving. Karara calls on her ethereal power through her umbrella and casts a black curtain over the massive shapes.
なんとか、なった。
ああ、しばらくは動けまい。あとは船の方に任せればいいだろう。できるな、ハルア。
はい。こちらの装備で無力化した後、船外で処理します。お疲れ様でした。そうか。勝ったのね、私たち。そう。船のピンチを救うことができた。歩夢もユミナも、初戦とは思えないくらいによく動いてくれたから。それは、訓練とかがあったからよ。怪物との戦いは、あっちでなら経験あるし。
命の危機が伴う実戦で発揮できるかは、本人の心次第だろうがな。
私次第。うん。頑張れたのね。逃げちゃダメだって思えたから。
上出来だ。期待以上によく動いてくれたな。
My comrades celebrate our victory. Through the console, I can hear Fowl issuing orders to other crew members. What was that face Ayumu had? The extra dimensionals we just fought are covered in a gray veil. They're not moving. But unlike the others, I feel uneasy when I look at them. I know that they should be incapacitated, but I can still feel their malice on my skin. Everyone, get away from them! I feel it at the same time. It's like they're not caught in our trap of biding their time. Which means they're faking it, trying to get us to lower our guard.
No! バカな!
Yep. Suddenly, one of the extra dimensionals lashes out with its arm at I and Yumina. At the same time, I jump forward with my sword at the ready and manage to deflect the attack. But I didn't stop it completely. My body buckles under the force of the blow.
ならばもう一度!
Kara charges her umbrella with power, but the extra dimensional's fangs are faster.
いわゆる火事場の底力。
She avoids the attack by a hair's breadth. Kara once again sets up her umbrella while I start shooting again. I swing my sword again as well, even though my body feels like it's about to give way. However... Why, you rotten? My sword only grazes the back of the extra dimensional. It pulled back, and not because it planned to flee. The enemy repositions itself in the blink of an eye, then it charges at the girls who jump to the side. Oh, God. It's a simple charge. It's using its body as a projectile. It keeps going despite the bullet its eye is peppering it with. Messed up. Because I swung my sword at full strength, I can't keep up with it. There's an opening. The enemy immediately assaults the girls. A moment before he gets to them, Yumina's voice rings through the air. She jumps in front of the extra dimensional as if to obstruct its path. She uses all of her power to erect a barrier. The extra dimensional slams directly into it. But that means she's using her own body as a shield. The impact strikes not only the barrier, but Yumina as well. Yumina! Yumina's body is flowing against the wall. At the same time, a sharp sound enters my ears. It's a shriek, followed by the sound of her body falling limply to the floor. Is she unconscious, or is she... I move my gaze to the extra dimensional. Oh, this isn't even going to be a battle. Though its charge was halted, it hasn't lost any of its malice. It just keeps lashing out with its strength. Its only goal is to kill us. One down. It doesn't talk, but I get the feeling that's what it's thinking. That's the trigger. You bastard! The extra dimensional turns toward me. You must have noticed the fury that rode on my voice. How dare lay a finger on Yumina, the girl I'm sworn to protect. I grip my sword as hard as I can, ignoring the pain from my fingers. Let up the anger that's flaring up from the bottom of my heart take control. My body moves, driven by emotion. There is only one answer. I'm going to erase this enemy in front of me. Rah! I launch myself towards it, closing the distance. At the same time, I pour my willpower into my weapon. My sword is filled with animosity. I move on impulse. My attack has never been this genuine. My mind produces hardness, weight, swiftness, and destructive power. I smash it all into the extra-dimensional. What? I can hear Kurara sounding something, but I'll figure out the meaning later. Right now, I'm fully focused on eliminating my enemy. Take this! A flash. I cleave the enemy's bulk in two with one mighty slash. I can feel the material it's made of coming apart under my hands. Oh, maybe the reason that she didn't want us to kill it was because there was something inside? The extra-dimensional is engulfed in a bright light that jolts my brain. The next moment, its outline breaks up into 1,000 fragments. The enemy has vanished. I take a deep breath when I confirm that it's gone. I did it. Yeah, that was bad. Apparently, I lift my head, breathing deeply. I see Kurara looking at me, eyes next to Yumina, checking on her condition. When I see that, I start moving, forgetting that I just overused my legs.
Ayumu, お前。
Yumina, is she okay? Is she alive?
大丈夫みたい。
I peer at Yumina's face. Just like she's wounded, but she doesn't seem to be bleeding a lot.
脈拍も呼吸も確認できた。いわゆる脳震盪だと思う。
Oh, what a relief. We really won this time, right, Chief? I call out to Kurara while breathing a sigh of relief. But she just glances at me, then moves to the console. She doesn't look very happy. In fact, she looks irritated.
今の異空体はどうなった？
はい。反応、消失しました。船外戦闘も終了しています。異空体の完全消滅を確認。しかし、これは。
So there wasn't anything inside, so either they wanted to research it or it sent some kind of signal. Yeah, I'm confused too.
完全勝利とは言えない。
I'm confused. I can't understand why they're behaving like that. This feels different from the aftermath of a battle won. What's that supposed to mean?
後で説明されると思う。とりあえず今は戦後処理に専念して、休息が必要だから。
No. I wanted an explanation now. Fine. Kurara and I seem to have something on their minds. Their grim tone is only making my anxiety grow stronger. Well, I'm gonna end this part now. You don't understand the frustration that has accompanied me recording this part. This has like 4 different parts that I'm gonna have to put together now because you may even be able to hear it. Listen closely. You hear that? That's my dad weed whacking for like the 5th time this week in the same place. Anyways, yes, this part's gonna end. I'll start putting it together right now, and I'll probably wait until I'm sure that my dad is doing something not annoying. So, see you then. Bye.